Alright, let's see if I can get Tan Kid on the line here. He might be in class, so I have no clue if he's going to pick up. I doubt he's going to pick up. Yo, Tan?
I'm driving, dog.
Alright. Yo, you know how, Alright, he's driving. I was gonna ask him a DLC question, but I guess he's not up for it. Alright, cool. To enter this month's gift card giveaway, all you have to do is drop a like on the video, comment something down below, and also stay subscribed to the channel. Good luck, guys, and enjoy the video. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Rich, or RaidAway. Welcome back to the channel. Today, what I got for you guys is, of course, another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video. Now, today, what we are going to be talking about, and what we're kind of going to discuss, is possible leaks for DLC weapons to come in the near future for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. We have some information, we have some leaks that could be leading us to the potential newest DLC weapons coming soon, hopefully for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new, and make sure to drop a like on the video. And with that being said, let's jump right into it. So this leaked DLC weapon list that I'm talking about actually came out a while ago for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I believe it was around December, so that was like only like a couple of months into Black Ops 3, like literally like a month into Black Ops 3. So this was fairly a new game, and we got this leak, and we're all just kind of like, yo, what is this leak? What is this leaked DLC weapon list? Like, we didn't really think too much of it, because throughout, new Call of Duty games, we always get leaks. There's always things that pop up. They're usually sometimes fake, sometimes they're real, but most of the time they are just flat out, just kind of bull crap, kind of leaks, and they're just like, okay, this is definitely not coming into the game. So when we saw this leaked DLC weapon list, we're like, really? Like, we're gonna get this stuff in, Black Ops 3? Like, we really couldn't see it. But over time, throughout the whole entire time, Black Ops 3 has been, out to the public, we have seen like a sort of like a theme, I guess, a repetitive sort of theme, that this leaked list is coming true. Like, this leaked list that we got in the beginning of Black Ops 3 when it first came out is actually becoming true. And I've made tons of videos discussing this leaked list of DLC weapons, because every single time new DLC weapons came out, we would go back to this list and be like, okay, that weapon was on the list. So this list is becoming true, and I can actually show you the list right now. So this was the original sort of leak that we got in the beginning of Black Ops 3. As you guys can see, the quality is not that good, and I really just didn't like how the quality of the sort of list looked. So with my, amazing Photoshop skills and just typing skills, I actually made a new list right here. This is a new list, sort of like an HD version of it, just so you guys can see the list a little bit clearer. But anyway, talking about the DLC weapons that were on this secret leaked thing, I don't really know. It says right here, sword variations. So we have a lot of sword variations. We have the Fury Song, and we have the Path of Sorrow. So that was the first, kind of DLC weapons that we saw on this list. We saw sword variations, and over time, we did get some sword variations. We got the Fury Song, and we got the Path of Sorrows, 2 swords in Black Ops 3. Moving on here, we have a mace. Actually, the mace in Black Ops 3 is the Skull Splitter, which is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we have a mace, so the mace became true. The next thing here is a spear. We don't have like a Tarzan sort of spear in the game, but I guess you can kind of relate that to the Skull Splitter in a sense. The Skull Splitter could be like a mace, or it could be like a spear. Either one, we kind of have a spear in the game. Moving on here, we have the sledgehammer. The sledgehammer, we do not have any sort of sledgehammer in the game. The only thing we can kind of relate that to is the wrench, but there's sort of two different sort of, I guess, tools in the game, so really we don't have a sledgehammer. The next thing here is the axe. We do have an axe, guys, and that is the slash and burn axe melee weapon in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So far, so good, guys. Some of the melee weapons on this leaked list are becoming true. Moving on here, we have a warhammer, just another hammer we don't have in the game. Like, we don't have the sledgehammer, like I said before, and we don't have this warhammer, so we're missing 2 things right there. Moving along here, we have the crowbar, and yes, guys, we do have the crowbar. We have the Iron Gym in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Everyone knows the Iron Gym. The Iron Gym has been out for a pretty decent amount of time, and that is in fact a crowbar. So we have an Iron Gym, just another weapon that became true. Moving on here, we have a bat. Now, when I first saw this list and I saw a bat, like a baseball bat, on this list, I was like, there's no way a baseball bat is coming into the game. Little did we know, we got the MVP bat, guys. So a baseball bat came into the game, something that we just thought was ridiculous when we first saw this leaked list of weapons in December. It actually became true, which was kind of interesting. Next here, we have the Bowie knife. I made tons of videos about the Bowie knife. I actually uploaded a video just recently showing that you can get the Bowie knife in multiplayer. So the Bowie knife is sort of in the game. It's been in zombies. There's been tons of ways of getting the Bowie knife in multiplayer. So the Bowie knife, it actually became true. We do have a Bowie knife in Black Ops 3. Next thing, we have the taser. If you guys didn't know, we do have a taser in the game. It's not like sort of your traditional taser, but we can relate it to the enforcer, sort of like rod or DLC weapon. The enforcer has like that electricity. It's sort of like a taser pretty much. So a taser became true, which was kind of awesome. Next thing, we have an ice axe. We do have an axe, which is the slash and burn. So I guess we can kind of relate it to the ice axe, but the ice axe is sort of a different tool. It's sort of a different look than just a regular axe. So we don't have an ice axe yet, but hopefully we can see that soon in the future. And we also have the last one here, a shovel, which we do have a shovel in the game, and that is the ace of spades. So far, that was the first half of this list, and a lot of things became true, like sword variations, mace, axe, crowbar, bat, taser, shovel. Like a lot of the things on the list became true, which was actually crazy. You know, when we first saw this list in December, we were like, there's no way these weapons are coming into the game, and little did we know, over time, these weapons became true. So this leaked list that we got in the beginning of the game is actually correct, which is kind of scary. So moving on here, it says other potential weapons that are floating around. So I guess, you know, weapons that were floating around the Treyarch studios, you know, stuff they were discussing, talking about. These are some other potential things. So the first thing here is the star knife. It's just a variation of a combat axe. And we also have throwable spears, which is another variation of the combat axe. This is something I would seriously like to see, and I think a lot of you guys would like to see as well in Black Ops 3. We don't have this yet, and this is something I really think would be a fantastic idea for the game. We do have the regular combat axe, the tomahawk or whatever, the Tommy, whatever you want to call it. We have the tomahawk in Black Ops 3 or the combat axe, but we don't have variations of this. Like, it would be awesome to have sort of like a star knife, a ninja star. We can go around, throw ninja stars at people instead of just the generic sort of combat axe. Or maybe we can have spears like Tarzan, and we have throwable spears where we could just literally impale people in the head or in the chest or whatever and just throw a spear instead of a regular combat axe. I think this is something Black Ops 3 should have implemented already. Like, Black Ops 3, it's still a fresh game for sure. Like, I still have a ton of fun on Black Ops 3, and they have a ton of time to add these things into the game, but I really think variations of the generic sort of combat axe in the game should have been a thing already. So hopefully we do see the star knife and the throwable spear, or just any sort of variations or different like things for the combat axe. That's something I would really like to see, and I think a lot of people would have fun with. Next thing here, we have the ballistic knife. The ballistic knife, we have a lot of coding for the ballistic knife. The coding for the ballistic knife is in the game of Black Ops 3. We also had a bunch of images over the time that Black Ops 3 has been out of the ballistic knife. So the ballistic knife is sort of in the game. We have coding, we have images, all that good stuff. We don't really know if the ballistic knife is going to come into the game, just because like we have so many sort of like knife variations. Like, we have the combat knife, we have the butterfly knife, like the malice, the carver. Like, we have so many knife variations already. I don't really think we need the ballistic knife, but who knows? They could still add a ballistic knife anytime in Black Ops 3. And the last thing here is the chainsaw. If you guys didn't know, we actually do have a chainsaw in Black Ops 3, and that's called the Bushwhacker. The Bushwhacker is sort of like a mini hand chainsaw, and you know, it literally is a chainsaw. I think it's in the definition of the Bushwhacker in Black Ops 3. Guys, that is the full list, or the leaked list, that we got in the beginning of Black Ops 3 when it was first released back in December. This leaked list became true, and you know, this came out and we were just like, there's no way these weapons or these variations of melee weapons are coming into the game, and it became true. All of this stuff, you know, over time started to come into Black Ops 3 slowly, and you know, as you know, Treyarch, they released DLC weapons into the game. We always went back to this list and we're like, okay, that was on the list. Holy crap, this leak is actually true, which is kind of scary. So what could we see in the future for DLC weapons? Well, going back to the list, we don't have a sledgehammer, so we can definitely see a sledgehammer sort of melee weapon in the game. We don't have a warhammer, we don't have an ice axe, and we don't have the ballistic knife. So all of the other things on this list besides those three sort of weapons became true, which is actually scary. So I want you guys to leave in the comment section, what do you guys want to see as far as like melee weapons to come into Black Ops 3? We already have a ton of melee weapons. I believe we have like over 20 melee weapons in the game, which is actually kind of crazy, but knowing, you know, Treyarch, they're going to add more, and I think they could something be along the lines of these, like a sledgehammer, a warhammer, an ice axe. You know, Treyarch is pretty famous for adding sort of tools into the game. Like, we have the slash and burn, we have a wrench, we have an iron gym. Like, they're sort of famous for adding tools, so I can definitely see a hammer in Black Ops 3. Like, that would sort of fit the theme if you think about it. Also, one thing I do want them to add really bad, and I do feel this should have been in the game already, is variations of the combat axe. That is something on the list, and it says right here, other potential weapons that are floating around. So this was obviously an idea that was brought up by Treyarch, and they haven't done it yet. So I would love to see some variations of combat axes, like a star knife or a throwable spear. Like, you can get things in supply drops that would kind of correspond with the combat axe, and you can throw some things. Like, we can have like star knives. We can literally be a ninja throwing ninja stars at people, or we can be like throwable spears where like we could be like Tarzan. Like, there's so many other things Black Ops 3 can add, and I know Treyarch, they're very, very smart. They add a lot of awesome DLC weapons. So I wanted to go back to this leaked list in Black Ops 3 and show you guys that a lot of the things that were leaked in the beginning of Black Ops 3 before any DLC weapons were released, now it's coming true. A lot of the things on this list became true, and now they're in the physical game of Black Ops 3. So the things that are missing, the sledgehammer, the warhammer, the ice axe, or maybe even the ballistic knife and the variations of the combat axe, this is something we can definitely see in the future of DLC weapons for Black Ops 3. So let me know in the comment section what you guys actually think about all this information. What DLC weapons do you guys want to see in the comment section down below? I want to start sort of a discussion and maybe just, see what you guys have as far as like ideas for melee weapons and DLC weapons in Black Ops 3. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do find it crazy that, a lot of the things on this leaked list became true, and, we could definitely see some more things. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new, and with all that being said, I'll see you all on another one.